Alright, Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruchan Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, rule well, and labor in this word and doctrine. So as you can see from the screen, this article is on The Guardian, and it was posted on Saturday, 23rd of July, 2022. So, the title is Monkeypox declared global health emergency by WHO as cases surge. So the declaration is strongest call to action agency can make. The most recent such announcement being for C19. Okay. So it says the global, maybe I should censor it. Global, what do I say? I'll say MP for now. Global MP outbreak has been declared a public health emergency of international concern by the WHO. Strongest call to action the agency can make. So it reads, it's the seventh time such a declaration has been made since 2009. The most recent being for C19, which was given the same label by the WHO in 2020. Okay. So again, it's showing you that the same label was given. Therefore, they're considering it to be the same emergency. Okay. Like, in other words, it's the same magnitude of an issue to, as it reads, global, therefore the whole world. Okay, so this could be it. This could be the next pestilence that people are going to start having fear about. People are going to start taking the max. People are going to start, looking up to E, because most of the time people don't really consider going to the scriptures and let's say praying. No matter how so-called religious they seem to be, they would look to E to get some type of solution, and that would be in the form of pharmakeia. There you go, precept. Alright, so as it reads, it's the seventh time such a declaration has been made since 2009, the most recent being for C19. Okay. So now when you go down to the next paragraph, it says a public health emergency of international concern, or PHEIC, is defined by the WHO's international health regulations as an extraordinary event, okay, which is determined to constitute a public health risk to other states through the international spread of disease and to potentially require a coordinated international response. Okay, so we're just seeing it again, man. We're seeing the same old stuff basically happen all over again, like, because they're gonna have to create all this stuff, create all this tension for them to basically enforce you to trust in them, whatever solution that they believe is a solution. Okay, let me get scriptures. Okay, what's going on? All right, don't know how that was sort of thing. So damn, what's it gonna get? Okay,
Well, I've got one.
bring it up.
Matthew 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Right. So the beginning of sorrows, one of the things that includes is wars, rumors of wars, and again, pestilences, which goes into plagues. Okay. So this is just another pestilence to bring out another harax, which ultimately will lead down to the haragma. Okay. And this is going to be another step, basically round 2, and of all the shit that if you had any form of persecution regarding the max, I know I had some bullshit going on with that, and now just get ready for round 2, man. It wasn't done. It was just the end of the round. The cut man was doing his thing. You got a little bit of water, but now you got to go out there again. Okay, there you go. Proverbs 17 and verse 15, because it's the thing, they're going to trust in E wholeheartedly. Again, I don't care how so-called religious they call themselves. When shit hits the fan, they don't consider the Most High, man. They consider only the devices of E, and devices goes into, in fact, I'll bring that out after this. Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. So an abomination, a disgusting thing that you actually trust in harassing you up, taking that cutting instrument into you and putting different types of weird chemical substance that you cannot fucking pronounce in 5 attempts. Right? You're gonna trust that, but you're gonna trust in the Most High. You're a disgusting man. You're disgusting, man. Simply put. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11 to get my point. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay? So that word for devices is noema. I'll get it. This word noema means a mental perception, a thought. So that's what's going into. So his evil purposes, evil thoughts. So he's got evil thoughts planned right now, man. Okay, why would you trust, Mr. William Hates? Why would you trust him to why would you trust some computer nerd to give you some type of substance of health to be inside you, man?
You couldn't even fix viruses on Windows, man.
No, he well, yeah, man. Simply put, why would you trust these individuals that talk about overpopulation and you want to trust them to save populations? You go, please. You hold on.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Right, and the times that we're in, all these things are taking place. Poverty, the economy, is crashing. You've got famines, heat waves in Europe. You've got even controlled famines as well. And now, this new pestilence, the MP. Alright.
On top of fuel prices hiking up. Russia, Germany, we were just talking before coming. It's all happening, man. We're in the time of 2nd Esdras 15. We're in the time of 2nd Esdras 16. We're in the time of Luke 21, Mark 13, Matthew 24.
Yeah.
And everyone's walking around. La-di-da-di-da.
Like we're in the time of the kingdom.
Don't be shocked if they come up with their own vaccine for it.
Hey, man, they were already dead. Well, in the sense of they're already pushing it out. There was already some level of max they're pushing out already. I thought it took a long time of testing and diligent search of the substances that you would have to put inside.
Goes to show that it's all planned.
Yeah, some people were already given it. Masha, there wasn't many though. If you go look into it, but the Masha's looking a little bit here.
An MVA, Google that term, is being offered to people who are at risk, most at risk right now, to help protect them against MP. MP is caused by a V virus, similar to smallpox. Vaccines against smallpox are expected to prevent or reduce the severity of MP infection. Everyone that has had it, the C19 severely, is everyone that's had the max. As far as my personal experience, not being able to breathe and shit. Man, I've not had that shit once. I've not had the juice, and I've not had that shit once. I'm not saying that proves wholeheartedly that, but the people, they've had it pretty severe, man. And I've come into contact with people who've had it. You see people in super, I've got it, but I need to, what happened? So you see, although it is a pestilence, like we were talking again earlier, a lot of these crises can't go to waste, man. They have to use it. You use it or you lose it. So if you want complete control of the earth, something comes up where you can exploit it, of course you're going to do that. And I say, if you want complete control of the earth by wicked means, because we want Yahweh Shai to have the rulership and therefore get coercion, but we're not going about it in any nefarious manner. We're doing it openly. We're telling you what it is. We come out in public, we declare it, and then when we speak amongst ourselves in private, we say the same shit. Whereas to the contrary, the man that's in rulership now he'll tell the public one thing, and he'll tell, you know, his co-workers or fellow yokemen a completely different thing. They speak the same amongst themselves. When they come out, you know, they all have to politicize it.
Yep, and you know, don't be surprised if there's my brother said, if you said we're in the time of Luke 12. Don't be surprised when there's division on this matter, okay?
I said Luke 21.
Oh, did you say Luke 21? Good point.
Well, you can bring that out. We're definitely in that time.
Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. All right. So Yahushua, he's come for division. He's coming to divide. Really, if you summarize it, simply put, the men that are actually holy to those that are not. Okay. Division is coming more and more with these pestilences because of things like the persecution of the max. You know.
Even a thing as simple as fuel prices, you know, people have less in the bank, they're more stressed out, they've got less temper. Your little shit's more likely to make them snap.
Mm-hmm. And when real, genuinely bigger problems occur, how much worse could it get, man? What we're gonna see is gonna be gonna be worse than ever before, man. Times are gonna get so evil, men's hearts gonna, fail them, man. People are gonna faint. They're literally gonna die of fear. I personally cannot imagine dying of fear. I couldn't imagine seeing someone have so much fear he just dies of fear. But it's because I never seen anything that bad. You know, like I haven't seen anything that bad. But Luke 12:52, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. So, you know, people within your own household, again, you know, that's the enemies shall be of your own household, as it reads in Matthew 10, which is a, how do I say, like
synonym scripture.
Like I suppose another way of mirroring. That's a good way, actually. You know, basically mirroring the same thing said by Yahushua HaMashiach, right? Now, it says the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father. Okay, so consider that a lot, man. You know, because it's going to be a very frustrating thing when your parents, because obviously our parents are probably already against you. Your parents are probably already against you. It's very unlikely your parents are in the truth. That's very rare. But in a circumstance where even when they are, you really should still watch out. You just never know. Unfortunately, that could be something that could happen, man. They can turn their back on the truth, therefore turn their back on you. You know, Adon Ratazah, not so, but you know, you have to also keep watch, man.
And even people in the truth, you know, like the brother said, even family in the truth, even people in the truth. You had recently had a brother that was in, you know, an elder that was in it for about 10 to 15 years, and now he's turned around. You got guys saying that this is the true Apostle Paul. You know, GMS are the new Pharisees on the screen, so on and so forth. You're gonna have this shit. You know, people waxing worse and worse. It's all prophecy. You know, so don't be surprised if a brother in your camp snakes you.
Don't be surprised if you know there was someone who was by your side who was never really by your side. This is Luke 12:53. The father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And this is exactly what he wants as well. You know, while he's pushing this out, he knows that's going to happen. He wants that. He wants more and more sedition, all for people to basically have that. You know, people are so bothered about, you know, what basically on the low level side. Right, because they're the elites, they're the top elites. They're obviously orchestrating all this, so they're looking at the people that's under them, and they're like, yo, you know, we've got these people to be completely subject unto what we're saying, man. And look, there's division. This is exactly what they want. They want people to go against each other, man. All for the topic of the max and have all these emotions stirred. Because then what's it going to cause? Chaos. And then what they're going to do? They're going to put on their capes and go, you know, shoo.
Because when everything's a bit mad, when you can't eat, when you've got no security, you'll accept any solution. At that time, you'll say right now you won't, but we'll see when it really hits the fan. That's when we're going to find out who is really in this and who was faking the funk.
Back to this, public health emergency of international concern, or PHEIC, is defined by the WHO's international health regulations as an extraordinary event which is determined to constitute a public health risk to other states through the international spread of disease and to potentially require coordinated international response. Okay, and that could then bring down the second phase of the lockdowns. The UN Health Agency said the term implies the situation is serious, sudden, unusual, or unexpected, that it carries implications for public health beyond national borders, and that it may require immediate international attention. Okay. Is it Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, fucking hell, the WHO's Director General, said at a press conference that the committee met on Thursday to review the latest data, but that they were unable to reach a consensus. However, he has since decided to break the deadlock, by declaring a PHEIC. Okay, so that's basically this is what they've done. This is their initial thing they're thinking of. Basically, no, that they've already stated it actually.
Snapping jatters, man.
So it says, in short, we have an outbreak that has spread around the world rapidly through new modes of transmission about which we understand too little, which meets the criteria in the international health regulation. Okay, so he ain't lied. He certainly understands very little. He said, for all of these reasons, I have decided that the global monkeypox outbreak represents a global health emergency of international concern. There you go. All right, now, because again, it reads here while he said the risk of monkeypox is moderate globally, it was high in Europe. Yes, lucky. I said it too quick. MP was moderate globally. It was high in Europe, and there was a clear risk of further international spread. All right. So, of course, right now people can still do all the traveling and stuff. So they're going to be like, well, because people are traveling, and this is, blase. That's what they're going to be on.
A man should desire to enter into a city and should not be able.
There you go. Which goes again more into lockdowns. Okay.
Locksmith down right.
All right. I might as well get that scripture. Desire. Why isn't it working, man?
Such desire. Just desire.
Okay. Second Esdras chapter 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay. Again, we're in the time of Second Esdras 15. Okay. Alright, but things just need to be magnitude more and more until the Charakma then is pushed down. That's when we know we're towards the finish line of the race. Okay. Yeah, precept.
This is Mark chapter 3, verse 23. And he called them unto him, and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
The water, perfect. So Satan right now, how can Satan cast out Satan? Right? You see, because even the 10 horns, the 10 horns going to the EU, they're all divided within each other. When you get 7 heads, the whole expansion of the Roman army, all against each other, all deep down they hate the whore, they hate Babylon, they hate so-called America, they hate the way the world is ruled, but they also take part in it because they want to take part in the merchandise, okay? All right.
Really, the 10 horns, they just want that shit for themselves. They're not taking Babylon down because, it's a wicked empire, we want the Israel. No, you don't. You want to rule.
Yeah.
You're just mad because like it says, her mother shall be so confounded. She that bare thee shall be so confounded. I think that's Isaiah 47.
Right.
And I was talking about Great Britain hating Babylon the Great.
Yeah, they certainly don't hate the manner in which is ruled in terms of the wickedness, because they're still wicked. They're still, especially because they're also they're also of Aishah.
So what Babylon should say is, don't hate me because you ain't me.
And how about this, verse 25? And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. Going into, if you,
Verse 3.
there you go. Right, and then the house of E, that certainly will not stand, man, because it is divided within itself. Okay? So then if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. There you go. Where we at? Yeah, it says globally there have so far been 16,016 monkeypox cases, 4,132 of which were in the past week. According to WHO data, it is now in 75 countries and territories, and there have been 5 deaths. Okay. It's interesting, man. They're not even trying to exaggerate deaths. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe there's not even fucking one. But they even said shit like, "Oh, there's like 5,000 already." You know what I mean? They're just saying it's small. So right now,
6,600. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like at this, let's read it again.
16,000.
16, yeah. But real quick, there have so far been 16,060 monkeypox cases, 4,000 of which were in the past week. Okay.
Oh, 16,016.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Next paragraph. The European region has the highest number of total cases. This is what those they're saying right now as well. 11,865. The highest increase in the last 7 days, with 2,705. Okay. I mean, obviously, this is going to be something I'm also going to, like, imagine that we're going to be like, well, who the fuck has it? Because I remember when it with the whole C19 thing, one of the things we kept thinking was like, well, who's dying from it? Do you know anyone that's died from it? Do you know that's got it like proper bad and shit? There wasn't a fucking person I could name at that time. As time went by, I could name certain people that I kind of knew of in some way or another. But even then, you can't help but be skeptical about the whole process of that death if it really was as simple as that. All right, so you might as well finish it. No, really. It's pretty much done, yeah. It's pretty much to the point. Everything else is pretty repetitive at this point right now. Any precepts?
Yeah, last one. It's Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
There you go. And they believe they shall dwell forever. And they believe that this is going to be the beginning of how they really get control of the world. And they being E, all right, ultimately E, to the headquarters of America. This is how they believe they're going to start bringing in that new world order, man. Okay. What's that? But then, of course, that scripture goes into excuse me. Bear with me. Start down. Go down. Right, this is the book of Job. Chapter I think it's 20, yeah? Yeah. Oh man, I could have gone there too. You know what? Yeah, I'll get straight to this point. Straight to the point. This is the book of Job 20:23. When he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury out of his wrath upon him. So in other words, when he's about to be satisfied and fulfilled with such desires, such as creating this new world order, alright, this novus ordo seclorum, of him having everybody with the charagma in them, having everybody be completely controlled, have all their data logged in inside them through their records, so having everything basically in the so-called technology based database. Why he's trying to when he begins to do that, okay, is the Most High shall cast the fear out of his wrath upon him, because the Most High is going to then stop declare, or should I say, made the order of Yahweh's return. He's going to then cause the 10 horns, have it on their spirit to now decide to launch those missiles, man. All right, of course, starting with Russia, because remember the feet of the beast was likened to a bear, and that the feet represents the end, and that bear is referring to Russia. So Russia will indeed launch those missiles and go against Babylon the Great. So it reads again, Job 20:23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. There you go. That's why we say when the charagma is pushed out, that's going to be a clear indicator that we're close to the end. And Brother Mashar just showing some right now. Communist British scientist dubbed Stalin's nanny, who wanted face mask and social distancing forever, is given top job at World Health Organization. Right, so that's the there you go, man. Top job at the World Health Organization, whatever that even means. I don't know what the top job is, but she's obviously, and she's obviously been
High level demon.
yeah, she's obviously put in high level in the ranks of that organization. Yeah, that's what I got. Brother, got scriptures? Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much all we need to bring out anyway. Just want to update more on the whole pestilence situation. Adon Ratazada's video was edifying. We give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and labor in this word and doctrine. Shalom.